Alright, Shalom Akim. This is your brother Zakaria Allah, branched out here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Come with another lesson through the Spirit. Alright, quick lesson, man. About to head out. And before I get started with this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, whom I've grown in this truth under. Shalom to the Akim out there that's pushing the truth, that's laboring in the word, and that's pushing the gospel of the great kingdom that's soon to come. Shalom to the Akwath that's listening in, that's remaining true to the faith and remaining faithful and submissive to their husbands and guiding their children. All right, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the 12 tribes that scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. You Israelite foreigners out there who live among the heathen and who look like those heathen nations. But your lineage goes back to the progenitors of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel through the line of your fathers. All right, I want to say peace and blessings to you all. Barak Thumb. Okay. Yeah, man. So we in those times. You know what I'm saying? We in those times. You see the picture. You know what I'm saying? All right, shared by the beloved priest Hassan al-Amath. All right, and you know, this is I believe this is the head of the European Union. All right, Van Duren. I believe that's what her name is. I forget her name completely. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cash dies in 847 days. Europe just killed financial freedom. You know what I'm saying? And these devils are making their moves, man. Okay? They're making their moves, and they're moving forward towards this end goal. You see what I'm saying? All right. And we have been warning you of this, that this is coming. All right. You got all these different jokers out here, these different camps that's changing up the doctrine at the last minute. You know what I'm saying? And hey, man, hold true to the things that you were taught, man, because we about to go into some heavy times. It's about to be go time real soon, bro. Okay? It's about to be go time real soon. I'm looking at this dude right now, you know what I'm saying? He's walking around, all right, fiddling with his sock, okay, like he's got something stuffed up in there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, these jokers are about to start wilding out, you know what I'm saying, going crazy out here, man. All right. Joker's got the blinkies with him, you know what I'm saying? All right. Walking down just ready to crash out. You know? And it's about to get crazy. About to get crazy. Let me see, let me get this real quick. Lock it. All right, this is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 25. It says, "For ye were as sheep going astray, but are now returned unto the shepherd and bishop of your souls." You know what I'm saying? We're not like those individuals that's being tossed to and fro, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, we're not we're no longer in this world. Okay, we've removed ourselves from this world, man. Okay, we were sheep that were gone astray. You see what I'm saying? But through this truth, we now know what to expect. We now know what to prepare ourselves for. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing that's gonna take us by surprise, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we know what's coming. Right? We know what's coming, man. This day's not gonna take us like a thief. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:1. It says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord Yahweh so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety," all right, did they just pass that whole resolution, you know what I'm saying, for a 2-state solution in Gaza? You know what I'm saying? What's being talked about right now? Okay, peace and safety. That's what's being spoken of right now. Where they're saying, that they're going to change the change the financial system. You know what I'm saying? So it can be convenient for you. You know what I'm saying? So you can have freedom over your finances. All right, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? All right, so people are about to be caught in the snare, man. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all the children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. All right? For they that sleep, sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us, who are of the day, be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet the hope of salvation. For the Most High hath not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach. You see what I'm saying? The elect are not appointed to this wrath. It's those who have refused to take heed and to hearken. You know what I'm saying? All right? To hearken to sound doctrine. You see what I'm saying? Let me show you something real quick. Bear with me. All right, check this out. It says, breaking, Donald Trump calls to arrest, all right, and delete Democratic lawmakers in terrifying situation. All right, listen in.
We have some major news right now that is extremely concerning. Donald Trump is now calling for the arrest and indictment of several Democratic lawmakers, amplifying calls to give them the death penalty, to, quote, hang them, accusing them of being domestic terrorists and engaging in sedition and treason. A group of Democratic lawmakers led by Senator Elissa Slotkin from Michigan and Congressman Jason Crow from Colorado, all of whom previously served in the United States military, recently issued a public service announcement to all members of the United States military to ensure that they are following all legal orders and rejecting any illegal orders handed down by the Trump administration, by Pete Hegseth or Donald Trump. And Donald Trump is now saying that that PSA is tantamount to treason and sedition, that these lawmakers should be indicted and arrested, and that they should even be hung for their crimes, which are not crimes, by the way. And it comes as there has been a skyrocketing number of phone calls being made to outside legal counsel from within the United States military, trying to get advice on whether or not they should follow certain orders handed down by the president and by the Secretary of Defense concerning Gaza, concerning the National Guard deployment on U.S. soil, and even concerning strikes in the Southern Caribbean. I need your help to make this go everywhere. So like, comment, share, and subscribe, because the President of the United States is openly calling for the arrest and death of Democratic lawmakers who are asking service members simply follow your orders. This is a significant development. I want you to watch the PSA issued by these lawmakers first before we jump into what Trump said this morning.
I'm Senator Elissa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris Deluzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow. I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Former CIA officer.
Former Navy.
Former paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
We want to speak directly to members of the military
And the intelligence community.
who take risks each day.
To keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now. Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals.
Against American citizens.
like us. You all swore an oath.
To protect and defend this Constitution.
And right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad, but from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law or our Constitution.
We know this is hard and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
In the Army,
Our Navy,
the Air Force,
your vigilance is critical.
and know that we have your back.
Because now, more than ever,
The American people need you.
We need you to stand up for our laws,
our Constitution,
and who we are as Americans.
Hey, man. We here. All right, we here. Remember, we have a more sure word of prophecy. Okay? But we have a more sure word of prophecy. And the prophecies have told you that there was going to be sedition among men. The prophecies have told you that these people are going to face each other. They're going to fight one against each other. One against another, excuse me. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna tell you what happened. They got they got the word from the top branch. You know what I'm saying? They got the word from the top branches, man. Okay, because these senators and these representatives, you know what I'm saying, they're getting calls. They're getting calls from members in the military. Okay, active duty members in the military who are getting orders coming down from all of their top branch officers who went to that big meeting. You remember that meeting a couple weeks ago? All right, about a month ago, they all went to sit down and watch Pete Hegseth, you know what I'm saying, and Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying? And he went on talking about, you know, we're going to bring war, you know what I'm saying? We're about to get into different conflicts and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? You know, step up the dress code and make sure you're in shape and all that type of stuff. All right. They got the memo that it's about that time to go against the quote unquote enemy from within. All right. Meaning the American people. You see? And these people, these active servicemen and women are they're not willing to do that. You see? They're not willing to do that because they know that goes against the Constitution. This is why we see all this movement with AI, with artificial intelligence, robots, you know what I'm saying, and drones everywhere. Okay, unmanned. Why? Because the military is not going to be willing to go against their own citizens, to go against their own fellow citizens, man, civilians. This is why they swore in those executive officers of Palantir, you know what I'm saying, OpenAI, Tesla, and so on and so forth, right? This is why they swore them in to be to become lieutenant colonels. Okay? Is because when these active duty servicemen, when these service members refuse to fire on their own fellow Americans, that's when the robots come in. That's when AI takes over. That's when you're going to see Skynet. All right? So, hey man, we here. Let me get this here. Let me close it out in Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 2. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians. All right? I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fall in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord. And we're seeing that cruel Lord. He is actively calling for the death of the detainment and the deletion of these members of Congress. You see? So this is how you know that a dictatorship is now formulated. Okay? Because in his eyes, this is treason. Okay? And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord of hosts. All right? Call Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rakakudash. All right? Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and for Mark Ronan, his true thunder. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom.